on Today Tonight. We begin with the MasterChef mix-up that stunned audiences and left the show's major sponsor red-faced. Food purchased for a segment featuring celebrity chef Curtis Stone shouldn't have been on the shelves in the first place. As Jackie Quist reports, it's something every shopper needs to look out for. The difference between best before and used by.
This is not good.
It was the Filo faux pas that threw MasterChef's youngest contestant, Callum Hahn, into a spin.
I looked down at the Filo pastry and I realised that it's past its use-by date. Obviously we can't use this for our dish, so we're going to have to come up with something new.
A slap in the face for the red team, who had just 1 hour to cook a 3-course meal for a family recruited in a Coles supermarket. A public relations disaster for MasterChef sponsor Coles. The entire episode centring around its store, its food, its customers. The so-called out-of-date Filo pastry scotching the red team's plan for a Greek entree.
We decided that with the spinach and cheese mix already made, the next best option might be a frittata with the ingredients we've got left.
The episode stunned viewers. Contributors to online forums and blogs incredulous that MasterChef's own sponsor now stands accused of selling out-of-date food. But did it? Our checks show Filo pastry doesn't have a use-by date, rather a best-before date. And even if best-before dates expire, the food is usually still safe to eat, although its quality may have diminished.
There still is confusion amongst consumers between differentiating between a use-by date and a best-before date.
Peter Sutherland of the New South Wales Food Authority.
The use-by date on a food means that it can't be sold or eaten after that date. It is potentially unsafe after that date. A best-before product remains safe and can still be eaten after that date. It may have lost a little bit of its quality parameters.
If it's past the use-by date or best-before date, I will just throw it out. It won't even get tested to see if it's all right.
Label confusion means consumers like Corrie Stathis are throwing out record amounts of edible food. 3 million tonnes or $5.2 billion worth wasted in Australia every year.
I shop about once a week and I spend about $400 each week. I have absolutely no idea what that is, but it's going in the bin. Out of $400, I probably waste about $50 of that each week.
Does that break your heart?
Absolutely. Absolutely, especially when you realise that there are hundreds of thousands of families that can't afford to put food on the table for their children every year.
Katie Barfield runs Second Bite, a service collecting unwanted and surplus fresh food, delivering it to 160 welfare agencies to be made into meals.
For instance, the apples you can see, we get bins of those every week. That's from Montague Fresh. Fabulous, fabulous suppliers that give us food that is not acceptable to the major retailers, so it would otherwise go to waste.
Both Woolworths and Coles are major suppliers of surplus produce and meat to charities like Second Bite. Woolworths' Andrew Hall ensuring the donated food is always safe to eat.
Under the rules, the food safety rules, if we've got a broken egg in a carton, we need to throw the whole carton away. Of course, there's still 11 good eggs in that carton.
But as we've discovered, not every supermarket is as vigilant. At various times in various major stores, we found the odd out-of-date product. But 18 months ago, we were stunned to find 32 products in a Coles supermarket in Ashgrove, Brisbane, that should never have been offered for sale. 3 packets of chicken tenders, all out of date. The worst 32 days past its use-by date, as well as out-of-date sausages, ham, prawns, smoked chicken.
I'm the manager. What's the
Anthony, all this meat shouldn't be on the shelf.
This shouldn't be happening. Unfortunately, it does sometimes.
That's a lot, though.
That is a lot.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
By law, food past its use-by date must not be sold. Hefty fines can be imposed for each breach.
I'm pretty embarrassed, as you can tell by this, so this will be not happening again.
But what happened on MasterChef? Why was the Filo a fiasco? Coles Today telling us, we take great care to ensure that the products on our shelves are of the highest quality. The pastry from last night's show did not meet our standards, which was very disappointing. However, this was an isolated incident. But it's one that could cost 20-year-old Callum Hahn the MasterChef title. his Filo-free entree a flop.
And you can't be more creative than cooking it in a muffin tray? I mean, there's frittata in this frittata, isn't there?
Fremantle Media says Coles has supplied more than 100,000 products to MasterChef since becoming a sponsor. That was Jackie Quist reporting. And weights and measures are crucial in cooking. Well, it's the same when you're filling your tank with petrol. When you pump 50 litres of fuel from a Bowser and pay for it, you expect to get 50 litres of fuel.